Big right hand.
Big cut.
By Rampage Jackson.
And that's it. That is all she wrote from Hercules right there.
Danielle Taylor throwing some heavy shots and ends the fight. Cutler is out. Insane airplane toss by Charles Krazy.
Atlanta takedowns. Huge knees. Two huge knees.
And there she is, Ronda Rousey making her pro debut in excellent fashion. Jamie Colleen just destroying. Cutler says, no more, I'm out. And a quick look at our rules of combat based on 3 5-minute rounds and, of course, 5 5-minute rounds for championship bouts. And, of course, in the amateur division, that changed to 3 3-minute rounds. And, of course, 5 3-minute rounds for championship bouts in the amateur division. It's based on the 10-point must system, judging criteria. And to get things started, we'll go ahead and throw it to the cage.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our fighters are ready. Our officials, they too are ready. Northern California, are you ready? Please welcome to the cage, Kyle the Dragon Moya.
Well, there he is, Kyle Moya, making his way to the cage here tonight as we get set for our first matchup of the evening here at Gold Country Casino and Hotel. Once again, for another night of mixed martial arts action. And always a barn burner every time we come out here. And this is just the beginning. We're starting off with the amateurs, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. And of course, the difference between that is, you know, some rules have changed, like less elbows. And, you know, it just depends on what state you go to. The rules do sometimes change, not by much. But the 3 3-minute rounds is a definite change that you'll always see everywhere. And of course, no elbows, no knees, and, you know, stuff like that. So we'll see how that pans out here tonight.
Kyle Moya now making his way to cage side. Moya hails from Reno, Nevada, and stands at 6 feet tall.
Definitely has a little bit of reach advantage. We'll see how that comes into play.
Currently fighting out of the 140-pound weight class, his amateur MMA record stands at 3 wins and 1 loss. Moya trains out of Adamant Fight and Combat Sport and Fitness in Reno, Nevada. He considers himself a very diverse fighter, tries to train in as many different techniques as he can. Of course, that's a very important aspect in this time of the sport. Moya looking to pick up his 4th win here tonight against his opponent, Luke Barrington. Kyle Moya heads into the cage.
Here is Luke Barrington.
Luke Barrington now making his way to cage side. Barrington hails from Oroville, California, and stands at 5 feet 9 inches tall. Also fighting out of the 140-pound weight class, his current amateur MMA record stands at 2 wins and 1 loss. Barrington trains out of Savage Den in Oroville, California. Now Barrington is much more of a stand-up fighter, very comfortable on his feet. Definitely has some knockout capabilities here. His opponent, Kyle Moya, is definitely going to have to stay light on his feet and work on the dodge. Luke Barrington heads into the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the sensational Gold Country Casino and Hotel, Oroville, California, King of the Cage and General Tire present this 3-round bout in the bantamweight division. Your referee in charge of the action, Cecil Peoples. Introducing first, the Lucas Oil blue corner, standing 6 feet tall, official weight 140.4 pounds. He represents the Adamant Fight Team and Combat Sport and Fitness. Ladies and gentlemen, from Reno, Nevada, presenting Kyle the Dragon Moya. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands at 5 feet 9 inches tall, official weight 141 pounds. He represents the Savage Den. Ladies and gentlemen, from Oroville, California, presenting Luke Barrington. Once again, your referee in charge of this 3-round bantamweight bout, Cecil Peoples, now with the final instructions.
All right, gentlemen, we're going over really. Give me a good, clean, fair fight. Protect yourself at all times. Follow the rules at all times. You want to touch gloves, do it. Right? Let's dance.
And here we go, round 1 between Kyle Moya and Luke Barrington here in the 140-pound weight class. Cecil Peoples, our rep for this matchup, as we get things started, and immediately goes in for that takedown, you can see. But it looks like Moya gets caught up in a guillotine here in a little bit dangerous position. There's not that much sweat, so things can get tightened very quickly, but he pops right out. Look, I mean, he almost does.
Definitely making the best out of this situation here.
Moya just trying to pop his head out here, and that he does. Now looking to go to work here on the ground as he scoops him up and puts him up against the cage, and looking to go to work from the top. Both fighters continue to struggle here on the ground. A little bit of a scramble.
Barrington now working from this defensive position here. Moya trying to get the edge.
Watch your head now. Watch your head, son.
Cecil Peoples, a little bit of warning. Watch the back of the head, and that's exactly what he does.
Now Moya dropping bombs on Barrington. Barrington spins out of that.
Yeah, Barrington looks like he's trying to just posture up here, but it looks like Moya is going to get on top, and now taking the back. Setting up
Moya
this
now
nice
taking
little
the
rear
back,
naked choke. Could be
slipping in a
over.
Rear naked choke.
That's in.
Barrington doesn't look like he's in a good situation here.
Cecil Peoples, and that's it.
Moya with a beautiful submission. Takes the back swiftly and gets that rear naked choke. Let's take a quick replay. Now Moya right off the bat knew what he wanted to do. He was going to be the aggressor. Came in. It looked a little shaky for him in the beginning. It got locked up in that guillotine, but what didn't take him very long to break out of that and turn things back into his favor. And right there, he took the back, was able to sink in that rear naked choke, and it was just a matter of time from there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 1 minute and 20 seconds of round number 1. Your winner by tap out submission from a rear naked choke, Kyle the Dragon Moya. Here is Cody the Punisher Sons.
We the survivors, yeah, the sub-boys riders. So tune up for amplifiers. Beyond the box, beyond the box, beyond the box, beyond the box.
Cody's Sons now making his way to cage side. Sons hails from Bakersfield, California, and stands at 5 feet 10 inches tall. His current pro MMA record stands at 6 wins and 10 losses. Sons currently holds a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and trains out of One Nation MMA and Flawless Victory MMA. Sons is a rather diverse fighter. He trains in Muay Thai and wrestling primarily. So, you know, he can handle himself if things get taken down to the ground, but preferably he likes throwing those kicks, he likes throwing punches, he's going to want to stay in the stand-up. I think if I'm going to make any prediction, that's what he's going to opt for this fight. Cody Sons heads into the cage.
Here is Mike Martin.
Mike Martin now making his way to cage side. Martin hails from Oroville, California, and stands at 6 feet tall. Currently fighting out of the heavyweight class, his pro MMA record stands at 0 wins and 6 losses. Martin currently trains out of Oroville, California, where he primarily practices a stand-up style of fighting. He's going to want to keep things exciting. This is definitely going to be a very exciting bout considering his opponent, Cody Sons, is a strong Muay Thai fighter, so they're both most likely going to be duking it out in the cage. I'm sure we're in for an excellent fight here tonight, possibly. I'm sure the fans are hoping we're in for a knockout. Who knows? Both of these guys definitely have the knockout power to do so. We'll see what happens. Mike Martin heads into the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Gold Country Casino and Hotel, Oroville, California, King of the Cage and General Tire present this 3-round bout in the heavyweight division. Your referee in charge of the action, James Van Scheer. Introducing first, in the Lucas Oil blue corner, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, official weight 252 pounds. He represents One Nation MMA and Flawless Victory MMA. Ladies and gentlemen, from Bakersfield, California, presenting Cody the Punisher Sons. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands at 6 feet tall, official weight 230.2 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Oroville, California, presenting Mike Martin. Once again, James Van Scheer is your referee. 3 rounds, heavyweights.
All right, guys, we've gone over some of the major fouls. Obey my commands. Protect yourself at all times and have a good show. If you want to touch gloves now. When we come out, we're ready to fight.
And the heavyweights get set to battle as they take center stage. James Van Scheer, our rep for this matchup, former welterweight champion here at King of the Cage as we head off into round 1. Battle of the heavyweights, here we go. In the amateur division, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
Sons in the blue, Martin in the red. And they'll get things started. Sons already starting off with the kicks. We'll really see that Muay Thai influence coming from him. Some nice kicks from Sons. Martin now moving in with some jabs.
Yeah, both fighters just looking to end this quickly. They're just going for the grand slam. But sometimes that just doesn't work, and you get gassed out at this weight class. Got to be careful.
Both fighters staying light on their feet. Sons continues to just send out those kicks. And now moving in with the hooks. Oh, and a big knee from Sons. Takes down Martin.
Martin in a little bit of trouble here. taking some damage. And he's not giving up, continuing to smother Amir.
Now Martin's going to have to get out of this. He's going to have to defend soon. Oh, and another big knee.
Taking some serious shots from the top. It's about to be stopped here, especially in the amateur division. I think he tapped out. Fanchier steps in, and it is all over. What a way to end things here tonight.
Good call on the referee's part. Let's take a look at the replay. Suns, perfect execution there. Walked right into there, was able to just dish out that heavy damage, knee to the face, another knee to the side of the ribs. Excellent performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 1 minute and 3 seconds of the first round. Your winner by tap-out submission due to strikes, Cody, the Punisher Sun.
Cody Sun's victorious. When we return, the action continues here at Gold Country Casino. Stick around.
Here is Benjamin Monson.
Benjamin Monson now heading to the cage side. Monson hails from San Bernardino, California, and stands at 5 feet 6 inches tall. Fighting out of the 125-pound weight class, his current amateur MMA record stands at 0 wins and 0 losses. Monson looking to pick up his first win here tonight. He trains out of Wolfpack in San Bernardino, California. There he primarily focuses on his wrestling. He is a wrestling fighter, but very explosive, has a lot of energy. Definitely someone to be looking for in the future of this sport. Monson is an experienced wrestler. He's definitely going to be using that, so watch for him on the ground coming up in this bout. We'll see how his opponent can handle that. Benjamin Monson now heads into the cage.
Here is Chandler Hall.
Now making his way to cage side, Chandler Hall. Hall hails from Sacramento, California, and stands at 5 feet 9 inches tall. Also fighting out of the 125-pound weight class, his current amateur MMA record stands at 0 wins and 1 loss. Both of these fighters here tonight looking to pick up their first win. Both very new fighters to King of the Cage, but definitely some amateurs to be looking out for. They got a lot of energy, they got a lot of power, a lot of skill. Now Chandler Hall, like his opponent, is also primarily a wrestler and also practices his typical stand-up, regular drills and such. But like I said, wrestling, that's where his real skill comes in. So both of them are going to be a great test for each other as fighters, test their ground game, test their stand-up. They're really going to have to push it and find an interesting and unique way to win. Chandler Hall heads into the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Gold Country Casino and Hotel, Oroville, California, King of the Cage and General Tire present this 3-round bout in the junior flyweight division. Your referee in charge of the action, Cecil Peoples. Introducing first, in the Lucas Oil blue corner, standing 5 feet 6 inches tall, official weight 124.6 pounds. He represents the Wolfpack. Ladies and gentlemen, from San Bernardino, California, presenting Benjamin Monson. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands at 5 feet 9 inches tall. Official weight, 125.6 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, from Sacramento, California, presenting Chandler Hall. Once again, Cecil Peoples is our referee for this bout. 3 rounds, junior flyweights.
All right, gentlemen, we're going over the rules. I want to do team fair fight, protect yourself at all times, follow the rules at all times. You want to touch blood, do it. Let's dance.
And here we go. Cecil Peoples, our ref for this matchup between Ben Monzon and Chandler Hall. Monzon in the red gloves and Hall in the blue tape gloves. As we get set for round 1, Cecil Peoples, our rep for this matchup. Here we go.
Monzon already coming out, tapping Chandler there. Hall returns. You can already see the speed behind these fighters' fists.
Yeah, in this weight class, these guys have cardio for days, and man, these fights usually go the distance every time.
Monzon trying to get the takedown there, but Hall turns things around but gets slammed on his back.
Yeah, nice little slam there to get in position here. Chandler Hall just looking to go to work here. Shots from the top, working from side control. Trying to reverse things.
Monzon now locking down the arm, looking to get the advantage over Hall.
And they're back on their feet.
Hall looking to make up for lost damage.
Hall with a spinning back kick. It's a little sloppy there. A little bit of a scramble between these two. Hall taking the outer part of the cage. Not backing up, though. Swoops in, gets a takedown with no problem at all. Hall now going to work here, utilizing this advantage here from the side. Hall going to continue to stay busy here from side control in hopes of landing possible elbows here as he tries to create some space. Cecil Peoples, our ref, on top of the action, making sure both fighters are staying busy. Hall just needs to get out of this position. It's not in any serious danger, but it's just an uncomfortable position and just keeps him from being able to continue to stay busy in hopes that the ref might possibly stand it up. But Hall now goes to work. Chandler Hall continues to work from his back and just in a little bit of trouble. Monzon ain't giving anything up here, and he's just staying busy. Oh, man, just staying busy here.
Monzon now looking to take the back. This isn't looking good for Hall. More hits continually from Monzon. Oh, and that's it. Cecil Peoples calls this fight. Chandler Hall just not looking like he could defend any longer. Monzon dominating from the very beginning. I mean, not to discredit Hall at all. His speed, his agility, was able to keep up with Monzon, was able to hop out of that initial takedown, but Monzon was one step ahead of him, was able to get the toss, was able to once again get another takedown, definitely was going to win that round by points alone, but was able to get into an ideal position behind the back and just continually pound Chandler Hall and take the win from there.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee in charge, Cecil Peoples has seen enough, steps in, calls a halt to this bout due to strikes. The official time, 2 minutes and 18 seconds of round number 1. Your winner by TKO, Benjamin Monzon. Here is Lonnie, the Bake Bad Boy Campbell.
Lonnie Lee Campbell now making his way to cage side. Campbell hails from Bakersfield, California, and stands at 5 feet 7 inches tall. Fighting out of the 185-pound weight class, his current amateur MMA record stands at 1 win and 2 losses. Campbell trains out of One Nation in Bakersfield, California. There he trains in a multitude of different styles. He tries to just stay diverse, of course, your typical grappling, your stand-up, everything he needs to do to be a well-built fighter. Campbell looking to pick up his second win here tonight. We'll see how he does against his opponent, Ryan Hamilton. Lonnie Campbell heads into the cage.
Here is Ryan Hollywood Hamilton.
Ryan Hamilton now makes his way to cage side. Hamilton hails from Chico, California and stands at 5 feet 11 inches tall. Fighting out of the 185-pound division, his amateur MMA record stands at 4 wins and 4 losses. Hamilton currently holds a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and trains out of Standalone MMA in Chico, California. Hamilton mainly trains in Muay Thai, boxing, wrestling, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's a very diverse fighter. He's got strong hits. He's very fast, very agile, and can handle himself very well on the ground. Hamilton definitely a fearsome opponent. We'll see how he does tonight. He's looking to pick up his 5th win. Ryan Hamilton heads into the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Gold Country Casino and Hotel, Oroville, California, King of the Cage and General Tire present this 3-round bout in the middleweight division. Your referee in charge of the action, Cecil Peoples. Introducing first, the Lucas Oil Blue Corner, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, official weight 188.2 pounds. He represents One Nation MMA. Ladies and gentlemen, from Bakersfield, California, presenting Lonnie, the Bake Bad Boy Campbell. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands at 5 feet 11 inches tall, official weight 183.6 pounds. He represents Stand Alone MMA. Ladies and gentlemen, from Chico, California, presenting Ryan Hollywood Hamilton. Once again, your referee in charge of this 3-round middleweight attraction is Cecil Peoples, now with the final instructions.
All right, gentlemen, let's have a good, clean, fair fight. Protect yourself at all times, follow the rules at all times. You want to touch gloves, do it now. Let's make this happen.
And here we go, Ryan Hamilton in the blue corner, and of course, Lonnie Campbell in the red corner. Our rep for this matchup, Cecil Peoples, as we head off into round 1. And here we go, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the amateur division and the middleweight division, to be exact. And both fighters continue to engage here on the feet, no problems.
Both fighters testing out the waters, being cautious here. Ooh. Campbell with some nice connection. Now Hamilton having the height advantage here. He's got a little bit of more reach as well. And takes things down to the ground. Campbell now on his back, trying to work from the fence. Hamilton now putting in work. Hamilton working into side control. And Hamilton slides into full mount. Hamilton now going to punish Lonnie Campbell. Hamilton in the ideal position here now, just letting loose. Campbell having a hard time defending this. Hamilton just powers through. Hamilton doing whatever he can now, just releasing a flurry of punches. I don't know how much more of this Campbell is going to be able to take. He's going to have to defend a little bit more at some point, improve his position. Hamilton just dominating. And that's it. The referee calls it. Ryan Hamilton takes the win. Let's take a quick look at the replay. Now, Lonnie Campbell and Ryan Hamilton were, looking like they were going to be fairly even matched in the stand-up. Both of them were swinging pretty hard, landing strikes consistently, but Hamilton, once he got that takedown, was able to just dominate the game, was able to work slowly into side position, cross over into full mount, and just completely dominate his opponent.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee in charge, Sensei Cecil Peoples, steps in and calls a halt to this bout after seeing enough. The official time, 2 minutes and 27 seconds of round number 1. Your winner by TKO due to strikes, Ryan Hollywood Hamilton. Here is Chris Wolf.
Chris Wolf now making his way to cage side. Wolf hails from San Bernardino, California, and stands at 5 feet 11 inches tall. Fighting out at the 145-pound weight class, his current pro MMA record stands at 0 wins and 5 losses. Wolf currently holds a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and trains out of Wolfpack in San Bernardino, California. Wolf practices a karate style infused with his wrestling and jiu-jitsu. To take care of himself in the stand-up, he's very confident there and has a very unique way of coming at opponents that most people are not used to. Chris Wolf heads into the cage.
Here is Brandon Waltz.
Now making his way to cage side, Brandon Waltz. Waltz hails from Durham, California, and stands at 5 feet 11 inches tall. Fighting out of the 145-pound division, his current pro MMA record stands at 0 wins and 1 losses. However, his recent amateur MMA record ended at 7 wins and 0 losses. Waltz looking to pick up his first win here tonight. He trains out of Team Alpha Male in Sacramento, California. There he primarily practices wrestling, Muay Thai, and Jiu-Jitsu. It's going to be a very interesting fight, whether it be on the stand-up, whether it be on the ground. Both of these fighters have got a lot of energy, a lot of skill. Brandon Waltz heads into the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Gold Country Casino and Hotel, Oroville, California, King of the Cage and General Tire present this 3-round bout in the bantamweight division. Your referee in charge of the action, James Banshare. Introducing first, in the Lucas Oil blue corner, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, official weight 145.4 pounds. He represents the Wolfpack. Ladies and gentlemen, from San Bernardino, California, presenting Chris Wolf. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands at 5 feet 11 inches tall as well. Official weight an even 146 pounds. He represents Team Alpha Male. Ladies and gentlemen, from Durham, California, presenting Brandon Watts. Once again, James Banshare is our official for this bout. 3 rounds, bantamweights.
All right, fighters, we've gone over some of the basic fouls in the back. Obey my commands, protect yourself at all times. If you want to touch gloves now. Have a good show.
And here we go, our next matchup of the evening, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the middleweight division, amateur division to be exact here, as we head off into round 1. James Banshare, our ref for this matchup, the former welterweight champion here at King of the Cage, now a ref at King of the Cage for quite some time now.
Waltz comes in with some nice strikes. Wolf catches the leg. Now Wolf backing up Waltz against the cage. Oh, but he takes a couple big hits, rolls back. A couple more. Waltz is now just pounding onto Chris Wolf's head.
Waltz looking for that takedown and very persistent with it. Waltz almost had it there earlier as he continues to go for the, he goes for the outside leg trip and he will get it. And now starting to work from side control here as he tries to posture those arms up.
Wolf now working from the ground. Remember, both of these fighters are experienced in jiu-jitsu and wrestling. Oh, and a big knee from Waltz.
And Waltz just continues to try and stay busy here, hoping that the ref won't stand him up. But doing a good job of trapping those arms is Wolf.
Waltz continues to hit hard. Wolf now getting back up onto his feet.
Yeah, getting another opportunity here. And I'm sure Waltz will try and attempt to take this back to the ground, but Wolf has an opportunity to break free from this. And they are free. Here we go. A little fresh start here in round 1. Oh, just a quick trip there and a slip. Waltz staying busy looking for that single leg, but Wolf doing a good job of defending that takedown attempt. And sort of a stalemate position here, but Waltz will get that takedown. So Waltz is going to look to go to work here. And earlier, Wolf was doing a good job of trapping those arms, avoiding any damage that was being thrown by Waltz.
Waltz now trying to get out of this situation here. Wolf locking onto the neck. Some elbows from Wolf.
Waltz trying to stay busy here. Like I said, if he doesn't stay busy, the ref will stand him up. So, you don't want to go this far and getting your opponent to the ground and then obviously lose that position. So Waltz is staying busy, that indeed. And trying to posture up, but Wolf doing a good job of trapping those arms constantly here.
Waltz beginning to improve the situation here. Now in half guard. And now Waltz passes over into full mount. Wolf not in a good place here. Now Waltz just letting loose. This isn't looking good for Wolf.
Wolf still trying to defend this, but Waltz is starting to get a good position here. And now trapping him down as he tries to deliver some elbows from the top.
Waltz dropping some heavy elbows. Wolf now turning away, but exposing his back. And now being sunk into the rear naked choke. It looks deep. I don't know if Wolf is going to be able to make it out of this one. Waltz trying to get this rear naked choke.
Yeah, Waltz doing a really good job here, and he's about to, that's it. I think he's tapping. Waltz comes out with the rear naked choke, and it is all over here in round one. Fought for position, he got the takedown attempts, and eventually got him to this position and ended up with the rear naked choke.
Now both fighters were fairly even on the stand-up. However, Waltz was able to get those couple of nice shots right there that really rocked Chris Wolf. Wolf was then brought down to the ground once he got that takedown, and Waltz just worked from there. Waltz was able to just slowly work his way into the full mount, force Wolf to turn his back, take his back, and then sink in the rear naked choke.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 3 minutes and 45 seconds of round number one. Your winner by tap-out submission from a rear naked choke, Brandon Waltz. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Gold Country Casino and Hotel, Oroville, California, King of the Cage and General Tire present this 3-round bout. It is the Battle of Nicks at a catch weight of 195 pounds. After the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, David Shirley. Introducing first, in Lucas Oil blue corner, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, official weight 195.4 pounds. He represents Santa Maria Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Ladies and gentlemen, from Santa Maria, California, presenting Nick Paiku. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands at 6 feet tall, official weight 200.8 pounds. He represents the Nick Diaz Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, from Chico, California, presenting Nick Maxima. Once again, your referee in charge of this 3-round bout, David Shirley, now with the final instructions.
All right, gentlemen, we move the rules in the back. I expect a clean, good fight. Touch gloves now. Come out ready to bang.
And we are set for this matchup. David Shirley, our ref, between Nick Maximov and Nick Paiku. Maximov in the red corner, Paiku in the blue corner. Maximov with a slip. And Paiku just kind of taking the outer part of the cage here. Maximov comes forward with some more shots. Nice kick there. Now cornering Paiku. Maximov looks like he's going to work, and a nice knee. And this could be the beginning of the end. And that is it. Maximov comes out victorious with a nice little TKO. Take a look at the replay here, how everything started. It's basically the beginning of the end. Maximov smelled the blood. He delivered a knee, followed up with some punches there just for safe measure, and that was it.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee in charge, David Shirley, has seen enough, steps in, calls a halt to this bout due to strikes. The official time, 23 seconds, round one. Your winner by TKO, Nick Maxima.
Shad Smith, don't know too much about him. Got a lot of talent, a lot of cage experience.
His name's Aaron Hedrick, and he's a ball of energy. Seems like a pretty crazy guy.
For this fight, I just kept to the grind and general training.
My training camp was same as usual, a lot of cardio. More weightlifting this time because I got to gain weight instead of having to cut weight.
Predictions for this fight, I'm ready for anywhere it goes. In ground, stand up, I'm prepared.
All right, what the fans can expect is fireworks. They can expect bombs.
They can expect Aaron Hedrick to come out aggressive and pushing the pace, coming forward all the time.
What's different about Aaron is the size. He's a little more hefty.
After this fight tonight, in store for Aaron is I got a full-time gym, got guys that fight underneath my band, and just keep training and put all my time and effort into my guys.
Hey, good luck, Aaron. Take it easy.
Chad Smith, I hope you're ready for tonight. Got a lot of experience, put on a good show for these fans.
And Chad Smith now entering the cage, representing the blue corner.
Here is Aaron Shaka Hedrick.
Now coming to the cage, Aaron Hedrick. Hedrick hails from Oroville, California, and stands at 5 feet 10 inches tall. Fighting out of the 160-pound weight class, his current pro MMA record stands at 11 wins and 9 losses. Hedrick currently trains out of Savage Den MMA in Oroville, California. There he studies primarily in his stand-up and ground game. Very well-diverse fighter, very explosive, lots of energy, always coming from Eric Hedrick. He's always bringing 150% to the plate. He's definitely an entertaining fighter, and this is going to be one hell of a fight between him and Chad Smith, the King of the Cage veteran. Now both Chad Smith and Aaron Hedrick are both fairly well-diverse fighters. They got good stand-up, they got good ground game. Chad Smith known for knocking people out. Aaron Hedrick known for just being very explosive, very quick on the feet, packing a lot of power. There's no telling where this fight could go. Finishing up the ringside preparations with the referee now. Hedrick looking to pick up his 12th win here tonight. Aaron Hedrick heads into the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Gold Country Casino and Hotel, Oroville, California, here in the cage and General Tire present the special 3-round bout in the junior welterweight division. Your referee in charge of the action, David Shirley. Introducing first, the Lucas Oil blue corner, standing 5 feet 5 inches tall. Official weight, 158.4 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, from San Bernardino, California, presenting Chad, the American Badass Smith. Here's the opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands at 5 feet 10 inches tall. Official weight, 160.4 pounds. He represents Savage Den MMA. Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Oroville, California, presenting Aaron Shaka Hedren. Once again, David Shirley is our official for this bout. 3 rounds, junior welterweights.
All right, gentlemen, we know the rules in the back. I expect a clean, good fight. Touch gloves now. Come on, ready to bang.
And here we go, a battle of KOTC veterans. Aaron Hedrick gets set to take on Shad Smith. Shad Smith, who's been fighting for King of the Cage practically since the beginning, still in there and still in shape as he goes in. And both fighters just looking to slug it out here in the beginning. Shad Smith, known for knocking his opponents out in most of his wins. But now, looking for that guillotine. Shad Smith holds on tight here. Hedrick trying to pop out. And that's deep. Oh, yeah, it is. And then he taps right out. And Shad Smith with a nice victory.
So quick. Quick thinking on Shad Smith's part. Beautiful execution of that guillotine there. Now we see Hedrick trying to go in for that takedown attempt, but quickly Shad Smith turns it into his own advantage, hooks in that guillotine, and just finishes the fight from there.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the sensational Gold Country Casino and Hotel, Oroville, California, King of the Cage and General Tire present this special bout, 5 rounds of action for the vacant King of the Cage Amateur Flyweight Championship of the World. Your referee in charge of this bout, David Shirley. Our 3 judges, Ignacio Cantu, Brian Pritchard, and Brian Tyler. Introducing first, in the Lucas Oil blue corner, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, official weight 134.8 pounds. He represents Combat Sport and Fitness. Record 6 victories, 1 defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, from Reno, Nevada, presenting Curtis the Gladiator Fields. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands at 5 feet 8 inches tall. Official weight 133.2 pounds. He represents the Savage Dead. Record 7 victories, 1 defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, from Oroville, California, presenting Lake G. Once again, David Shirley is your official for this championship bout. 5 rounds scheduled.
All right, gentlemen, we know the rules in the back. I expect a clean, good fight. Touch gloves now. Come on, ready to bang.
Blake Key in the red corner and Curtis Fields in the blue corner. David Shirley, our rep for this matchup.
A lot is on the line here tonight for the King of the Cage Amateur Flyweight World Championship. One of these men will walk out with the title.
Blake Key continues to take the outer part of the cage. And both fighters will continue to slug it out here for a little bit.
Curtis Fields, much more of a wrestler and jiu-jitsu ground game style fighter, fighting against one of our greatest up-and-coming amateurs, Lake G. Very fierce fighter, very well diverse on the stand-up as well as on the ground. G being very cautious, taking his time. Oh, and tries to go in for the takedown here, takes the back. Manages to get Fields on the ground, now holding on to the back.
Lake Gee just very persistent with taking the back there. Now working him up against the cage. David Shirley, our ref, on top of the action, making sure both fighters stay busy at all times.
Fields trying to defend from G.
And G continues to push in. And they will swerve around. Nice little scramble.
G trying to get another takedown here.
Wasn't quite successful that attempt, but he is very persistent with it, trying to wear his opponent down. And G is going to continue to go for this takedown. You see it, but he's going to be exerting some energy, so he's got to contain that.
G is staying persistent. And Lake G is very, very persistent opponent. That's what makes him so tough in a fight. You know, he's always giving it his all and continues to push forward. Very strong opponent, very fast.
Yeah, Guy's been very aggressive. He's been smothering his opponent and just constantly, you know, applying pressure, the constant submission attempts, and more.
Fields now trying to defend. G trying to cross over into full mount. Fields doing a good job of defending.
Still holding on. 42 seconds. Says he's okay, gives the thumbs up, trying to roll out. G holding on.
G continuing to keep breaking through. And he gets the leg over. But it isn't over yet. Curtis Fields is not going to give it up that easy. But G refuses to let go. And a big knee from Curtis Fields. And G gets another takedown. Fields now working the head, and that's it. Take a quick look at the replay. Both fighters bringing their all to the table right off the bat after a very short testing period of just watching the waters and seeing how things play out. G moves in for the strike, gets about 3 takedowns that last round, and Fields was primarily on the defensive for the most part, and G was just continually pushing forward, trying to be the aggressor and do what he can. Round number 2. We'll see if he can turn things around. Once again, this is a championship match in the amateur division. That's 5 rounds at 3 minutes each. Ooh, and G with a big right. Gets the slam on Curtis Fields. G just doing a fantastic job hitting those points exactly where he needs to go. His timing is perfect. Fields doing a fantastic job of defending, though, and not letting G proceed. Fields has G locked up in a half guard now. Fields pushing forward, trying to turn out of this. G is just staying busy, remaining calm. And gets a nice little spin here, turns things over.
G just continuing to smother his opponent here tonight. It's been very difficult taking the energy out of Fields.
G now works to take the back, throwing some knees into the ribs.
Fields has really not had an opportunity at all. I mean, you could just see G is just staying busy. Keeps him guessing, keeps him against the cage.
G continues to stay persistent and push forward. Fields dealing with the pressure very well, though. But I gotta say, G is maintaining that status as the aggressor in this fight. He's taking this fight where he wants it to go. Fields is just gonna have to try and stop him in his tracks. G now trying to get this head and arm choke. Oh, this isn't looking good for Fields. He's trying to buck out of this here. G doesn't look like he quite has it tight enough yet. Fields trying to get out of this. and it breaks. $10 left. And that will conclude round number 2. Let's take a look at the replay. Once again, Lake G just acting as he has in the last round, completely being the aggressor, moving forward, not giving up a single inch, and not even giving Curtis Fields a chance to breathe. Continually trying to advance his movements, get into whatever position he can. If it's not working, he's going to try something else. If that's not working, he's going to try something else. This guy's almost got everything, unlimited moves up his sleeves. And Fields just seems to be struggling a little bit with keeping up with him. You know, he almost got caught with that head and arm choke, but he is handling it rather well. And he's going to have to turn things around into his favor very soon.
And here we go, round 3 between Lake G in the red corner and Curtis Fields in the blue corner.
A lot is on the line. The stakes are high. G just looking fresh as ever, staying light on his feet. Fields being cautious, trying to work off of G's movements.
G has been utilizing a lot of energy. He's been the busier of the two. This could, be an advantage for Fields, possibly.
We'll go in for a little exchange there. Fields seeming to do relatively a little bit better than G in the stand-up. I'm assuming that's why G keeps trying to take things down to the ground repeatedly right off the bat. Fields definitely has the power in his hands for that knockout capability. And, you know, G doesn't want to mess around with that because that could totally stop him in his tracks.
G possibly maybe looking for a takedown here shortly just to switch things up.
Fields takes a little bit of a hit there. Lake G just surrounding his opponent, circling, waiting for that opportunity to open up. And there it is, finds the takedown. G now trying to climb over into full mount once more. Curtis Fields defending well, staying busy while doing some damage. Oh, and Lake G with some big knees. And he crosses over. Fields now turning once more, and G takes the back. Fields now in a little bit of trouble here. G now trying to sink in this rear naked choke. Fields fights the hands.
G holding on to this rear naked choke, possibly starting to sink it in pretty tight, but still fighting it off is Fields.
Fields remaining calm and fighting through this. He's got plenty of time.
Fields obviously in a dangerous position. A little over 50 seconds remains. And G just applying the pressure. And now out.
G still maintaining control, bringing him back.
So he's in a better position here, but G is going to roll on top.
Manages to leave the back for a moment here. Fields in a defensive position. Trying to just block any movement from G.
Regardless, G has had an impressive 3 rounds. He stayed in control. As soon as it got to the feet, Fields was able to score a couple shots. But eventually, here we are again on the ground, controlling things. And in the minds of the judges, that's going to score massive points.
G now working from on top of Fields. Trying to deal some last-minute damage here. And Fields throws him off. And nearly takes the back of G here. Just not quite enough time to do anything significant, but definitely something to look out for in the next round. Let's take a look at the replay. Lake G once again definitely dished it out a little bit more on the stand-up though before going straight for the takedown. I think Fields was trying to keep things on the stand-up as long as he could because quite honestly he's a little more dominant there. I think he does a little bit more damage with the punches. He's a little bit more accurate, but G's just a little bit quicker and just dominates on that ground game. Curtis Fields definitely able to defend, but we'll see how he does. Coming up here, round number 4. Lake G goes in again and gets the takedown right off the bat. Not a good sign for Curtis Fields. G just decided to not even mess around with the stand-up at the beginning of this round, just take things immediately back down to the ground. Fields once again holding G in a half guard. But G just being relentless. Doing a good job of staying busy. Fields improving his position. And G just managing to find a way around it and make it as hard as possible for Fields. G now working his way from side control. Fields doing everything he needs to do to defend from this, but he's going to have to beef up the aggression a little bit more. And Lake G just seems to be an unlimited tank of stamina. He has not seemed to have phased at all since the first round. Still pushing forward 150%, trying to be as overwhelming as possible. Fields keeping up with it very well. And G once more picks up Fields and another big slam. Fields seems to be rather unaffected. Now trying to do some damage onto G. Positioning himself up high. Now Fields trying to work with something here. But G catches it. I don't think he's going to let him get it that easy. Possibly setting up an armbar here. Trying to make something out of it. But G breaks out. Only about 10 seconds left in this round. And that's it. And it looks like it's going to go the distance. Both of these fighters still look very much in this fight, look very fresh. Obviously, though, I think we have to say that Lake G is definitely in the lead. I think Fields is really going to have to turn things around in this last round, if not put G out permanently, because at this point, G has dominated most of the rounds. As soon as he's taken things down to the ground, he's able to completely control the match, take it where he wants to go. Fields is really going to have to step it up. We'll see if he can coming up in round number 5. Here we are, round number 5. This is it for the King of the Cage Amateur Flyweight World Championship. This is the final round. Curtis Fields versus Lake G, and Fields comes right out. G meets him with some power. Now Fields probably going to want to keep it on the stand-up as long as he can this round. And G being very cautious on the stand-up. He knows he's got a lot of momentum going right now, and it can all be ended with a single punch, so he can't get caught. G still trying to dish out some damage while defending as well. Fields just waiting for that opportunity to explode.
Fields exhausted, utilizing a lot of energy in the previous rounds. But G is just staying busy. And, you know, as much energy as he's used, I'm surprised he's not tired. But he needs to get back to the ground. That's where he was controlling the fight. The majority of the fight was on the ground, and Fields just had problems there.
Fields with the body kick. G still being very light on his feet, just circling Curtis Fields in the center of the cage. And a kick from G.
For some reason, it's just stayed on the feet here. And, you know, nobody's really changed elevation like G was doing in the earlier rounds.
G just waiting for that opportunity to open up. He's really going to use that extra speed that he has, that speed advantage. And there it is, gets the takedown, he finds it. Curtis Fields once again defending from the ground. Now this isn't looking good for Fields. G now getting a chance to get his final points in. If not, try to put away Curtis Fields. But Fields has been very stubborn, has been very hard to put away. He's proven a very strong ground game opponent. G is not going to get it that easy.
Little over 50 seconds remains here. And G just scoring last-minute points.
But G's just going to continue to lay down strikes and try to gain as many points as he can here in the event that this goes to decision.
Fields just so tough, taking so many shots, but rolling around through the situation.
Some knees from G. Fields just trying to get himself out of this entanglement. G throwing shots to the stomach, to the ribs, to the face, wherever he can. Coming up on just 15 seconds left. Fields is losing that opportunity to turn things around. G trying to pull something off in the last 10 seconds here, but Fields is going to hold on. And it looks like we're going to have to leave it up to the judge's decision. Let's take a look at a replay, though, for this last round. Once again, G just doing exactly what he needed to do. Looked a little bit more cautious in the beginning of a round. Obviously, it was a lot more stakes. This is the final round here, and he didn't want to lose all that work and progress he's made, you know, to a single punch or a couple of flurry of successful hits from Fields. However, once things got turned right back down to the ground, G was able to turn it right back into his favor, just like he's been doing this entire fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of flyweight action, we go to the judges' scorecards, and all 3 judges at cage side, Ignacio Cantu, Brian Pritchard, and Brian Tyler, score this bout exactly the same way. 50-45, all 3 in favor of your winner by unanimous decision and new King of the Cage, amateur flyweight champion of the world, Lake G.
My opponent's Alejandro Santiago. I know he's a pretty good striker from Chicago. Took the fight on about 10 days' notice because my opponent pulled out. And he stepped up, flew out here, and I appreciate that.
My opponent is Thomas Fallon. And all I know is from what I watched from YouTube. He got like 11 fights on YouTube. I started studying real well, and he's a striker like me.
I'm pretty used to having an opponent change close to the fight. It seems like every time I fight, my opponent pulls out or changes or gets hurt within a week or so of the fight. So I'm pretty accustomed to having to, you know, figure it out on the fly.
I saw his fights, and a lot of his opponents balled up when he comes at him. And that's my style. I like to stand toe-to-toe. Either you knock me out, I'm gonna knock you out.
Being that this fight is for a championship belt, knowing that I have to go 5 5-minute rounds potentially, this fight camp has been about conditioning. Lots of running, lots of airdyne bike, just pushing that heart rate, pushing the lungs, and making sure I'm in championship shape for this fight.
Thomas, I hope you're ready, because I'm coming. Just like I showed my last opponent. If I touch that chin, you're going to sleep.
Alejandro, I respect you for taking this fight on short notice. Let's go out there and give the fans exactly what they're looking for, main event championship caliber fights.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Gold Country Casino and Hotel, Oroville, California, King of the Cage and General Tire present our featured bouts of the evening. It is sanctioned by the Berry Creek Rancheria and Thai Maju Tribe in conjunction with King of the Cage Incorporated, President and Founder Terry Trebilcock, Jr., matchmaker Brian McChesney, promoter Jeff Mahalik. The 3 judges scoring this match will be Ignacio Cantu, Brian Pritchard, and Brian Tyler. Timekeeper at the bell, Dustin Goodwin. After the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action from Tarzana, California, Cecil Peoples. And now for all the fight fans in attendance and the millions joining us around the world. Northern California, let's hear it. This is our main event of the evening. 5 rounds of MMA for the vacant King of the Cage Cruiserweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, in the Lucas Oil blue corner, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, official weight 223.2 pounds. This teen solo fighter has competed in 5 professional bouts. Ladies and gentlemen, from Chi-Town, Chicago, Illinois, presenting Alejandro, the Candyman, Santiago. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands at 6'1", official weight 223.8 pounds. This UFC gym fighter has a professional record of 5 victories with 1 defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the pride of South San Francisco, California, Thomas Smash Fallon. Once again, your referee in charge of our championship main event. Cecil Peoples now with the final instructions, 5 rounds scheduled.
All right, gentlemen, KOTC World Championship on the line, main event. Let's have a good, clean, fair fight. Protect yourself at all times. Follow the rules at all times. You want to touch glove, do it now. Handle your business.
Round number 1. This is our main event of the night for the King of the Cage Cruiserweight World Championship. Alejandro Santiago versus Thomas Fallon. This bout set for 5 rounds at 5 minutes each. But I don't know if it's going to last that long. Both of these fighters known for their knockout capability. And Fallon being the aggressor, pushing forward. Santiago now working from the ground. Now Fallon trying to pull the balance out from Santiago. Manages to be successful, but Santiago still defending fantastically. Fallon, though, now working to punish Santiago. Oh, then he takes the back of Santiago. This isn't looking good. Fallon now in an ideal position here. And now just going to unload lefts and rights to the head of Santiago. Santiago's really going to have to work to defend from this. Fallon continues to keep doing damage, not giving up his position here. Santiago is just left to defend. Fallon continues to just throw heavy rights and lefts. Continues to just pummel Santiago, and the referee calls it. Not getting enough action from Alejandro Santiago. He was only forced to defend. and Fallon will take the win. Let's take a look at the replay. Now Fallon, much more of a ground fighter, was able to immediately get that takedown and then once again throw Santiago off balance, get him down to the ground, and just work from there. Once he got him down to the ground, he was able to take that back, and from there just work and work and work until Santiago would break. Or at least until the referee would split it up, in which case happened here.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee in charge, Cecil Peoples has seen enough, steps in, calls a halt to this bout due to strikes. The official time, 2 minutes and 3 seconds of round number 1. Your winner by TKO and new King in the Cage, Cruiserweight Champion of the World, Thomas Smash Fallon.